Best 3.
Or best 2 in this case. Let's go around and say one thing we liked each, starting with Drew. What's something you liked about this film?
I have to say that Rattler, the dog that played Chance, has got to be my favorite one of the animals in this movie.
The pit bull, right?
In terms of the animal actors. Because apparently all those times where he accidentally stepped in a gopher hole and then ran smack into the tree, those actually happened because of how the dog was.
Yeah.
And I always thought those points were funny, and Michael J. Fox did good ad-libs to make up for those times.
Totally.
But yeah, I just loved how energetic Rattler was in this movie. It really fit the character pretty well.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Right in.
Oh, go ahead.
That goes into my like, because I surprisingly enjoyed the humor. I was laughing out loud so hard when he ran into that tree, and he wasn't hurt by it. It was one of those. And some of the lines I thought were funny, like the squirrel. It looks like a squirrel with a really bad hair day, or he says, "I got bitten by his butt." Things like that. Just,
Arnold Schwarzenegger, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was unexpected, and I really enjoyed that.
Well,
it's Birdzilla. Ironically, a turkey.
That goes right into something I liked, which was I loved Chance and Sassy's verbal sparring. They're always like going back and forth in sort of a playful way that friends that are like annoyed with each other a lot of the time, like me and Paul, will go back and forth.
Oh yeah, you go back and forth with that friend, but if anybody else messes with that friend, you better look out.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. So that's something I enjoyed. Daryl, how about you? Was it one of the characters or something else?
Well, I'll kind of tie in. I didn't do like an individual character. I did the 3 pets' personalities.
Yes.
Overall, like just it seemed to fit the dog. Each dog, the personality, just to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It fits so well. I mean, like
nailed it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean. The old looking Shadow, the young pup Chance and Sassy, just they paired the actors and actresses to the dogs great, or the animals great, and then I liked the old wise dog, and then the young one, and then just the prim and proper. I thought they nailed. I thought it was a great team. Whatever.
Yeah.
I love how they took the guy from Airplane and paired him as the dad in this one. It was a great pairing. No, I totally agree with you, Daryl. I'm not trying to belittle what you said. I was just trying to be comedic. I'm glad you got it, Paul. So all I was saying, I was just making a reference that Robert Hayes, who was in Airplane, was a perfect fit for the dad in this. Like you were saying, the animals were perfect fits for the voices.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have gotten it because I haven't seen Airplane. So.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where is this guy from? Oh, Airplane. That's where.
Yeah. Now, I recognize the dad, the actor. I don't know where from, but I know it wasn't Airplane because I haven't seen that.
It was from the Airplane trailers or commercials.
Maybe. Awesome, guys. So those are some things we liked. A lot of the characters, a lot of the animals in general. But I'm surprised none of those were our classic makers. So that begs the question. Or asks the question, wherever the phrase is. Someone told me that that's the wrong way to say that. Patch, I know you're listening. That gets us to the point of talking about our classic makers, let's say. So let's start with Daryl. What's the thing you loved most about Homeward Bound, the incredible journey, the longest title in history?
So I kind of switched it. I had the animals as my classic because it fit. I more than willing to switch it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
But for me, the other thing I really liked was, I'll say the scenery shots. They weren't like green screen, like the woods, the mountains, and everything. Those looked like genuine, like outdoor shots, not like
they were.
I never thought
like green screened or anything like that. Those I loved those shots. Like it was all. Like it all looked like it was on scene, and it made a huge difference. Like, even to today's stuff where they can get it looking good, you can't replicate like genuine stuff. And for me, that was huge. It looked great. All those shots.
I never
really transported you out there with them.
Yes, it did. So the river, the mountains, just the ranch itself, and just all those scenic shots, for me, that was great.
Yeah.
I loved
Is that
all
enough
those.
to boost Francisco's rating? We'll find out.
Maybe it doesn't need to be boosted. Who knows? Awesome, Daryl. Drew, was there something about the cinematography or something else that made your classic maker, or was it something completely different?
Oh, my classic maker was Sally Field's performance as the voice of Sassy.
Oh, really?
Really?
Huh. Why her particular?
She, I felt, was the most in tune with the character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as much as I liked Rattler's performance as Chance, Michael J. Fox was playing Michael J. Fox for the most of it, in my opinion. But you get to Sassy, and she made me laugh so many stinking times in this movie. She has some of the best lines in the whole movie, like when she's being chased by the fat dog pet pound person, and he keeps going, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," and she goes, "No, dummy, dummy, dummy."
That was pretty good. Or was it dummy, 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 I think. Not doggy, doggy, doggy.
I said dummy, dummy, dummy.
Oh, I heard doggy, doggy, doggy. Excuse me. No, Daryl, we're not going to let you talk. No, continue.
Yeah, I know how it goes. No. But when we were kids, the line at the same, when she's talking to the same character as a kid, we loved quoting "This way, Thunderbutt."
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Also, I liked her line to Chance near the beginning. "Is that any way to speak to a petite dewdrop, you big flat-faced butt sniffer?"
You know what? That's a good point. For whatever reason, I liked her performance, and yeah, a lot of the lines were great. Something about it didn't really. I don't know what it was. It wasn't quite jiving for me. It
wasn't Roseanne Barr being all sassy, because that's how I remembered it, but it wasn't.
I don't know. It seemed sassy to me.
They didn't. For some reason, it didn't seem to jive with the other two. I don't know why. I just don't get it.
It's like oil and water. It's supposed to be.
I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Very aloof. Very like whatever.
I don't know what it is, anyway. Paul. I don't know what it is.
You're not a cat lover like Drew is.
A good point.
Obviously, with Garfield up here.
Oh,
yeah.
And the Voltron lions, those are all cats. I mean, geez.
Exactly.
Paul.
That's so weird because I have to completely disagree with you respectfully, Drew, because
the Voltrons are dogs. Go ahead.
No, that's the worst iteration of Voltron.
It's made of Lego.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. But getting back to the movie, I really enjoyed Don Amici's voice as Shadow.
Oh,
I don't
really?
even know if that's even how you pronounce his name, but I only remember him for Cocoon. But my classic maker was hearing Michael J. Fox's voice as Chance, just because it's been a while since I've heard him in a different role besides Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Now, back in the 90s, he was voicing like so many things that was getting nauseating between... Oh, yeah, like, what is that? Stuart Little and, like, Atlantis.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing all sorts of voiceover work, and so there's plenty out there, but it's been a while since I've watched any of them. So it was nice to get that enthusiastic, fun-loving time with him again.
Nice. And Bobo confirms your pronunciation of Amici. I think that's what you said.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Excellent. For once, I got it right.
Good job. As long as it's not a Japanese name, you're fine.
I want to reply to Cardinal Paladin back there. He asked what my Kingdom Hearts connection would be for this, since I always do that on our podcast.
Uh-huh.
I'm going with Frank Welker as Experiment 221 in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
That's a fair connection.
Is that a Lilo and Stitch reference?
It was the Lilo and Stitch level, yes.
How did you know that? That's impressive.
I mean,
because I've said that one about 10 times because we've done a lot of Frank Welker movies that Frank Welker was in recently.
There you go.
So and that's the only role he has. That's how I have it memorized.
Nice.
So those are the classic makers. Oh, I guess I should have mine. I really enjoyed. It was such a sweet, heartwarming moment when Shadow and Chance think that Sassy's dead, and then they reunite. They like hear each other, and it's like, my boys. That was really pulled at my heartstrings in a good way. So that was my classic maker. That moment of the film.
I thought you were going to say when the cat almost died and when the other dog almost died.
I'm not heartless, Paul. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Wait, Francisco's not heartless? When was that a case?
Since his heart grew 3 sizes that one time.
One time, yeah. What was that for?
Yeah, I was on that podcast when we reviewed The Grinch.
What?
Yeah.
No, but it was for another movie where my heart actually grew 3 sizes. What? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I just know that's where the reference is from, and I was on that podcast. So
yeah.